Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Decorative Survival. So, in between episodes, I have gotten quite a lot of mud, which I hope to at least use some, because I would like to do a little bit more work on my hill. Probably that's not going to take up the entire episode, as I've kind of decided that since I've been using the empty space in some of the roofs of my houses for things such as my creeper farm, I think it'd actually be quite nice to use the interior of this giant mountain, the one that I'm building, as basically just a neat spot for me to put various farms. Probably not too many, I don't really want to have too many farms, but going out and killing creepers kind of poses a risk to precisely what this world is kind of created to do, which is make everything look nice, and I don't think creeper holes dotted around the place look very nice, and also my gunpowder farm isn't actually very good. But on this mountain, I'm very good at running around the top of the mountain. Basically, on this mountain, there's nothing in the caves around here. If I sat up here, there's nothing for about 60 or so blocks. Actually, no, not quite. But just below that, then there's a cave, and then that cave is quite deep, and there aren't actually very many caves above that. If I go down, I do have some firework rockets. So, while this cave isn't particularly well lit up, it could be, as demonstrated by that bit. And it's actually already quite low. Down here is like 30, in the 30s. That's a baby zombie. I'm getting out of there. I think basically having something right here would kind of allow me to just be able to not have to light up quite so many caves. Probably is an annoyance of my other creeper farm. I'm considering a creeper farm at least. I might just put in a general mob farm. And yeah, I'm probably first going to craft up all this mud into packed mud, and then craft some coarse dirt, and then I'll get into this time lapse. Alright, so I am voicing over this time lapse, and yeah, basically, well, I continued with the sections. I decided to kind of extend this, well, not really extend this section, but I did it with a much more defined section bounds. Anyway, basically what I'm planning on doing with this hill is I'm planning on slowly transitioning more and more to packed mud, as packed mud I think would be more solid than dirt, so it's a bit more packed together dirt than normal dirt, so it might also get steeper towards the top of the hill, but I'm not totally sure about that. Anyway, this is the end of the time lapse. Alright, so I am back, and yeah, I've actually run out of mud. Yeah, apparently 3/4 stacks of mud, I think it was, maybe at least 4.5 stacks of mud. Actually not enough. Also, there's a few pieces of grass up here. Basically, this isn't like fully out of grass. The grass hasn't totally died here, sort of thing, but it's going to get less and less amounts up towards the top of the mud layer. Eventually I might go into a stone layer, but I'm not sure about that. So basically I'm thinking this hard packed mud is kind of a bit stonier than normal dirt and coarse dirt, so it's stuck around. So that probably means that as it gets more and more mud, I want to make this more and more steep. Anyway, I've got this giant roof cover. That's nice. And basically I'm thinking I probably want to build a mob farm because my creeper farm isn't very good. So basically I'm just going to build it like at a y=100 so that I can AFK like 30 blocks above it. That's enough of me talking about stuff very disjointedly. So it's time to actually get into with the time lapse. Alright, so I am also voicing over this time lapse, and I actually fly away here and get blown up by a creeper. And yeah, turns out creeper explosions affect you more than I expected while you're not paying attention to your health. Basically, I don't think I was paying attention to my health. Anyway, I'm actually voicing over this while AFKing at my farm, and yeah, here's also some things of the farm working. Alright, so I am back, and well, my mob farm is now finished. It's a general mob farm, as you could probably see from the time lapse. I think, unless I have now removed it, that I put in some mob spawning and me testing it out. This is where I was testing it out. So I haven't actually got very much, and while some of that could be put down to the fact that this is a very, very basic mob farm, I could still get more. No, I've finally got a piece of gunpowder. I had that must have happened recently. Yeah, so they come down every so often, but quite a lot of them don't actually come down, which I could solve by making a fancier, more complicated farm with redstone, but I can just light up these caves, which I have not yet done, so I think I'll just do that and be right back. Yeah, look at all of these creepers that could be being in my mob farm, but are instead down here. And I am back, and I've mined up a few ores, and I've lit up a lot more of these caves. Not to mention gotten quite a bit of various mob drops, and cleared out my inventory. I still have kept all of my gunpowder. Yeah, I found, probably not going to show this the original clip, but I found a amethyst geode, which is that's why I'm not going to show the original clip, because I can just say that now. And yeah, I'm not going much lower than like 8, because, well, I don't need to, and I don't want to use up too many torches. I've used up so many already. So that is probably going to wrap up this episode. I'll just light up a few more spots, and then I'm just gonna go back up here and see how many more drops I get this time. That will be technically in the next episode. I'll see that. So yeah, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and yeah, goodbye.